Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Slowbro. So the build I use is Muscle Band, Body Barrier, Score Shield. And when you look at this video, I'm considering taking out I did say Muscle Band, Body Barrier, Score Shield, right? I'm considering taking out Body Barrier for Focus Band because you don't get too many ults to Slowbro, and you have situations where you really need that Focus Band. You'll see what I mean in this video. But yeah, we actually run Potion on Slowbro, and that's for quite an interesting reason actually. So if you don't know, when you're in the move Slack Off and you hit your potion, you'll actually heal double the amount. So normally you'll get about, not the exact amount, maybe like 20% of your HP bar. But if you slack off and use your potion, you'll practically get 50% of your whole HP back. And it's pretty good in the early game actually, because it let me be a bit aggressive, trying to get those last hits with Water Gun and securing them. Water Gun is a great secure. And yeah, when I notice I'm around 50% HP, I'll quickly hit the slack off and potion. But one thing to be very aware of is if you get stunned in your slack off, then it'll basically cancel the effect. So normally if I see enemy Hoopers and stuff, or Pikachus, I'll try to wait for them to use their Electro Web or like their that move, whatever that one's called, I forgot what it's called. I'll try to bait that and then use my slack off potion, but many times I get stunned out of it. And you're in a pretty bad situation there, so Focus Band can actually help in the early game fights, and especially late game too, because if you're finding yourself in situations where you've got like the entire team on you, you've got Amnesia and Surf that can help you survive, but Focus Band would really help. So I'm gonna try that out actually, and if it helps a lot, then we maybe make another one of these. Yeah, Slowbro is insane. He pretty much bullies as soon as you got Surf. We bullied early game, we got a Surf so early. We're just trying to get every last hit with Water Gun, really trying to contest all of them. You try and bait them out, you see them like making the enemies low, and then you just know roughly when it's in the right range for you to Water Gun it away. As soon as you get Surf, oh my god, the CC potential is insane. People underestimate, they don't seem to realize that you can just stun off them. Unfortunately, we missed the Surf there, but you'll see this game. By the end of the game, Talonflame hated me. Then we just surf into the bush. Just try and be a nuisance, really. Here we didn't have potion up. I thought I did, so I hit slack off, but we still got some health back. And then, unfortunately, when slack off goes for Amnesia, you don't really have that healing effect for what we were talking about. But still, potion actually does give some survivability. Wouldn't really recommend it on any other character, but would definitely recommend it on Slowbro. I need to test something here too, because at one point I took a berry and also hit Amnesia, and I seemed to gain an insane amount of HP. Over here we got a bit too confident, way too aggressive over there. Unfortunately die. But yeah, in most of the fights as Slowbro, what I really try to do is just spot potential to stun a lot of enemies, and if your team's working around it, this is like a great setup really for... It's like what anyone could really dream of, right? You get the whole enemy team stunned and they just have a free setup to reign free there. Here we get Talonflame here, caught up in a Surf again. Fortunately he flies away. And yeah, laning phase is actually pretty good with Slowbro. As long as you can secure some last hits with Water Gun, you'll really get your Surf for the first bees, which is pretty cool. What I normally try to do is make them a little bit low, and then I'll surf in the direction of the bees and any enemies standing too close, so they get stunned and we like secure a lot of them. Here Talonflame goes in like that, he ults. Unfortunately, that surf was a bit lackluster. Just keeping my eyes on cooldown, seeing when I can surf and stuff. Unfortunately, Duraludon didn't fight here. I don't know if he's weak and he got a berry right now, but he looked pretty full to me. I think it may have been... Yeah, he got a berry. We got a few of the enemy weak, and we probably could have gained a lot of XP there because we killed the jungle. If you don't know, if any junglers like level leader or anything like that, which they should do if they're jumping correctly. You'll get an insane amount of XP if you actually kill them. It's good for when you're losing a lot too, and you need to catch up. One thing I'd like to do is Slowbro ult the jungler. If we kill them and we're losing quite a lot, we'll get that level lead, or like a little bit of catch up. Here I'm just looking around, seeing what's going on. There's a lot of people fighting top lane, so we're trying to look for a surf. Unfortunately, we missed that one on Talonflame. He's got Goal Getter, no score shield though, so doesn't get that score off. Here we hit a quick surf, stun 3 people. Unfortunately, no one's here to follow it up. Just trying to survive here, really. Hit Amnesia, right? And here's what I was talking about. Hit Amnesia whilst taking a berry, and I seem to gain a lot more HP than what you normally do with Amnesia. I think you get like maybe 20% or 15% of your HP when you hit Amnesia. Like I think the way Slowbro's passive works is that he's always got that little blue bar, and you gain some of that HP back. Here we escape Town's Fly, luckily. And I'm like trying to ult him, because I'm like, we can, like, why not really? If we get that kill on him, it's really cool, but no one's there to follow up, so it's not really the best decision to ult there. It's normally good to ult when your team's actually there to follow that up. You don't get too many ults at Slowbro, which is why I'm questioning whether I should start using focus instead of body barrier, especially for survivability in solo queue games. We just serve Cramorant here. I think I may die in this fight actually. It's a bit rough. You're taking a lot of DPS. Cramorant's got some nerfs, but he still does some insane damage sometimes. Yeah, you can't really take out like 2 people. I mean, there's points in this game where I do survive for a long time using Amnesia and stuff and cooldown. The reason I don't use telekinesis in solo queue, and I don't really play like team based. If I did, I'd probably use telekinesis, is because it doesn't do damage, and when you're solo queuing in a solo fight, Amnesia does a lot more. It helps you survive a lot more. Makes sure surfs do more damage. You don't only want to be lifting up an enemy and your teammate there, right? You're just gonna be dying. Here we provide a nice welcome party for Talonflame. We see that he's gonna fly, so we just surf in that direction for when he lands. Safe to say, he probably hated me by the end of this game. Probably hated me. We're just going towards top lane because you know they're going to be fighting over Rotom. With Slowbro, I try not to farm too much. I try to be there for team fights, and that's why I end up getting some damage this game. You don't need too much farm with Slowbro. It is nice to get your move upgrades, but at the same time, there's so much team potential with Slowbro. He ult Talon again, trying to get something here, and we kill him. That was probably the last time I can use ult. It's probably a bit risky too, because Slowbro's ult charges really slowly actually. So I don't know if I have it exactly when Zap spawns here. Here we just surf into 3 people, it's just insane really. Fortunately they ult. People probably will get their ult for Zapdos here. Respawning in, we see another Dread. This last Dread, I don't really like going for it, but there's actually a reasonable amount of time to get it. A lot of the times, like, your team just ends up dead. Some people get their ults baited and they just get way too excited, and you don't put yourself in a good position for the Zapdos fight. I don't know what Talonflame is doing here, but we're just surfing real quick. He's just trying to get a quick score in. Probably should have left that goal up, right? Because it would be worth double when we go into catch-up mechanic. Catch-up mechanic, it kind of is double points. And we just surf him, make his life miserable. And 2 of them are dead for Zap at the start. Here we get two defenders going at it with Surf. It's quite interesting to see. I find it quite amusing personally. We surf towards Zap, but I'm like turning my attention because I know they're going to be respawning, they're going to be trying to steal it. So we just turn our attention towards Cramorant, surf towards Hooper. Talon ults here. We're just pretty hard to kill at this point. I can see Surf's coming back, so surf towards Talon again. It's just insane CC when it's followed up. Like you just stun them and you just set yourself up for position for your carry to just destroy them. Here I was like, I was wondering why no one was scoring with Zap. I was like wondering why it's barriering open, but I saw Cinderace go towards it, so we go towards that, Surf, and yeah. I ult Hooper here just to delay a little bit, so get surfed, follow up with surf myself. Maybe we've got 3 people on me, but it's insane because I'm just delaying them really. Surfing them, stunning them, making their life a misery. Here we actually almost killed Talon. Unfortunately he gets away because I get stunned by Dragonite jumping on me. Amnesia again, recover some health. We just use potion and cooldown really in fights. Whenever I notice like I got about 80% health, I just use it really. Because I know it's going to come back in 20 seconds. And we stalled and created a lot of time there, to be honest. Normally I wouldn't recommend not retweeting after Zapdos. I'm not talking about Twitter here. But I saw an opportunity to stall many people. They got too caught up on me. They could have easily just jumped over me and gone towards trying to counter score, but they got too caught up with me. Soon the score's number 52, 54. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do with Slowbro. Try and be in as many team fights as possible. Like even if your team isn't the best, you're going to be providing so much value by stunning enemies. And a lot of times, especially in this game, they all bunch together, so you're going to get a lot of crowd control with Surf. And straight away, the Talonflame is giving me a thumbs up. He's like, you little... Can't think of a good word here, but he was like, you dastardly fool, man, you made my life hell. You could tell he's just like, probably smiling to himself, like, if I catch you out there one day, like, yeah, but 69k damage. It's pretty good. We got quite a lot of damage for our team too. And yeah, I'd say go in Amnesia over Telekinesis when you're solo queuing, because you can't really trust your team to be following up really. And yeah, that was the Slowbro video. I'll try out Focus Man and let you guys know how it goes.